They say it's better to give than receive, but after watching the guys in this video, you may start to question that. Best freshman receivers in the SEC this season, definitely future stars.
Wyatt gets the ball. Wyatt back to throw. Wyatt looks. Fires toward the end zone. Passes. Caught for a touchdown by Matthew Butler.
What up? I'm Matt Wyatt, and on this channel I use my experience as a player and broadcaster to explain things about football and help you enjoy watching the game. In this video, I'm taking a look at statistical leaders among freshmen during the 2020 season, and as far as pass catchers go, I see two players that really stand out. Now, as I pointed out in an earlier video, Mississippi State freshman running back Jo'quavious Marks, better known as Woody, actually led all freshmen in receptions with 60, but we're focusing on the receiver position in this video. Jaden Walley at Mississippi State and Kayshon Boutte at LSU were the only two freshman receivers in the SEC this year with over 40 receptions on the year. When you look at yards and yards per game, they were the only two freshmen with over 700 yards this year, and they both led their teams in that category as well. First up, Kayshon Boutte at LSU. He got going when the offense got going and finished the season with 3 straight 100-yard games, including 3 touchdowns in a shootout win over Ole Miss. All right, here's Boutte lined up near the formation in this Ole Miss game, and he's really kind of going crosser against a pick look where they're bringing 2 guys over the top and, reading it. Now, it's really confused on the defensive side of the ball, so you don't get a clean look at how they would normally cover it. They hit him, and then he runs away from the defense. And one of the things that stands out to me, because of the confusion on defense, there's actually more defenders over here than you would expect to have normally because of their confusion. 3 over here on the side of the back, and he's running in that direction. They still hit him in that void. When he catches the football, he's got 3 in the vicinity, and now it's just, can I outrun that defense? And he's a yards after the catch guy. He really showed that, especially in this ball game. See it underneath. Behind look. There it is. Now run away. Just run to green grass. Defense had a tough night, and this kid really took advantage of it. They got him right here, totally uncovered for a touchdown. He's near the formation. He's going to vertical post, and motion is bringing 1 deep defender across, but I still don't believe that's the responsibility in the middle of the field. So somebody busts on the coverage. They let him go free. 2 go for the motion, and he's totally wide open, blown coverage. You see it from behind. You can really see how open he is. Just a complete bust on the part of the defense. That was one of the touchdowns. But yards after the catch, they had him lined up here in this particular play later in the game. He's got bump on him. He's trying to get up next level and run that dig across the field. And instead of in this window, it brings it all the way to that next window across, and they hit him. But he's being trailed by a defender. So watch him come across. Plenty of time, 3-man rush, drill in there. When he makes the catch, he's got man right in his hip pocket. And what are you going to do? Make that like a good running back. Make that first one miss. Run through 1 tackle. Poor job tackling on defense. Poor pursuit. Bad angles. And this is a guy who's going to completely take advantage of that if you do it. When you watch it from behind, you see what I'm talking about. Now, it's poor footing and wet game and all that, and that, is an advantage offense, I think. But run through 1, you got another defender who's really just kind of jumping out of the way as opposed to hitting him. And another couple of guys who are standing around watching, and he takes advantage of it and beats him to the end zone. Here he is against Alabama. Now, this is a play that didn't stand. I guess this coulda, shoulda, woulda been a touchdown. Here he is. He's running a little inside look against a cobra or a cat corner, cobra blitz, corner blitz, whatever you want to call it. But if you look how Alabama plays it, it's really sort of like a little half-step delay and then come off the edge. And instead of just going straight vertical off of it, he's got inside. He's looking, I'm going to run slant or maybe inside move off this blitz. But what happens is the safety's sort of jumping down inside, like he's going to take away and try to pick 6 the slant, almost like they've said, okay, if we corner blitz, he's definitely trying to run slant, so jump it to the inside. Well, this is good because he senses and sees, I've got a defender here. This is not the window. Quarterback recognizes it as well. So they take it 1 more level, run past it, go 1 more level, and see if you've got a window here. And that's exactly what happens. Hit it, and coulda, shoulda, woulda been a big touchdown. Next up, Jaden Walley, Mississippi State. Walley got his first career catch in week 2 of the season and quickly became target number 1 for his offense. He had a stretch of 4 straight 100-yard receiving games in the second half of the season against Georgia, Ole Miss, Auburn, and Missouri. And in that stretch of games is where the explosive plays began to show up, like a 51-yard touchdown versus Georgia, a 44-yard play versus Ole Miss, and a 39-yarder against Missouri. Here's Walley right here near the formation, and he's just running a little hitch route against his zone coverage, and it works really well because of the timing and accuracy. So we'll watch the play. Goes hitch outside of the zone, ball's thrown outside, turn and run. You think that's a huge play. How does it get, how do you have a play like that against this? There's a couple things. 2 by 2, zone coverage underneath with 3-man rush. And what happens is when the running back releases here on this side, or maybe like, flat route, it pulls the first outside zone defender up. Okay, so it pulls him up out of the picture. You see that right now, like he's out anticipating back coming this way. So then you've got somebody inside who's supposed to get out in that throwing lane and can't get there. The next thing that happens is the accuracy of the throw. So he's hooking up in that void away from that inside defender. The ball's already coming out, so there's no delay. The timing's good, and he's going to hit him on his outside shoulder, not his inside. See it right here? So boom. This is an accurate throw on that outside shoulder away from the defender. If it had been low on his feet or inside shoulder, he's going to catch it, maybe get hit. But because of the accuracy, outside hip, just catch it and turn and now run away. Now watch the finish. He really gets popped here at the end trying to go stiff arm. And I think it's Freshmen learning. They're not going to just let you stiff arm them here at this level. They'll pop you. It was a big play, but he paid for it. Here he is in the slot against Ole Miss, and watch him trying to get off the line. Outside and try to go back inside, and the DB jumps him inside, going to jam him, but he doesn't allow himself to get jammed. So watch the move. Outside, inside, trying to go inside release in here and get in the throwing lane in the middle of the field, but the DB is going to hold him up. So don't get held up, and I like this. Go outside. Somehow, some way, get to your mark, but don't let him hold you up. So it almost looks like double move on an inside route, but he's just fighting not to get held up. And because of that, he gets the football in the throwing lane with his quarterback scrambling. Now what are you going to do after you catch it? Go, 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 go. Take on contact and run through it. There's a lot of contact here that he's running through. Like he takes on the first lick at, well, we'll just call it the 44. We'll just call it the 44. So 1, 2, 3 defenders. He's 6 yards after contact, 7, 8, maybe 8.5 yards after contact. It's a nice job. Now, this is the best catch I saw all year from anybody. He's right here. They are rotating down into man free, which means there's man-to-man underneath with a free safety playing center field on top. He's going to see that man free and run an outside go route and going to get the football. Watch what he does. Beats him outside. Ball is thrown outside. Takes a lick and catches it with one hand and hangs onto the football. So this is his man who he's beaten. And this is the safety coming over who's doing a pretty good job. Watch him handle the football, get popped, and somehow hang on to it. When you see different angles, I mean, you just won't see a better catch anywhere, anyhow. Now I'm looking at this. He actually takes, as the football is getting there, takes his eyes off the ball, looks at the safety. The ball falls in his hand, cradles the ball, absorbs the contact, ball's in his outside arm, and now you can see, I mean, he's already got the ball secured out here. Just an unbelievable catch by a true freshman. I didn't see a better one all year long anywhere, and you're not going to. Bang, bang play, hang on to it. It's not targeting, so that was the right no call, and I don't blame you for celebrating. There you go. 2 freshman receivers that came in and planted a flag in their first years in college. Both guys we should be hearing quite a bit from in seasons to come in the SEC. Hey, if you enjoyed it, would you consider subscribing to this channel? I'd really appreciate that. And if you wouldn't mind, hit that like button for me, which is a great help also. If you have any questions or suggestions for future videos, reach out to me on social media. I'm Radio Wyatt. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.